So I don't want to belabor this point because obviously everybody wants to talk about it for clickbait reasons, but I want to hear from you specifically about what AOC did or did not do regarding coming in at the last minute to actually assist in this effort. My understanding is that she was supposed to be there, was supposed to lend support, and she never did until after it had already been decided that they had won. This is just a long time coming because I think a lot of people have been getting frustrated with her over the past year plus. And this was just a moment where she really fumbled the ball. Krystal Ball, to her credit, really called her out in a way that really got under her skin. And you know what? You're an elected official, but you're not just any elected official. You're somebody who's supposed to be like one of the true leaders of the non-corporate
This is worthy
movement.
of criticism.
Yeah. And so the fact that she couldn't even take that criticism about the fact that she dropped the ball here, it's not to belabor the point. It's more or less, look, she clearly made a mistake. Where did she make that mistake? And how can she rectify it going forward?
Oh, boy. First of all, I went to their first press conference over the summer, and they were advertising AOC was speaking there, which is obviously, if you're trying to get press attention, a big deal. And AOC people the night before canceled, said citing security concerns. I don't want to poo-poo security concerns. I know she gets a lot of death threats. So even if you wanted to give her the benefit of the doubt on that, I think the problem was, as workers told me on Friday after their victory, it was radio silence after that. Christian, others reached out to AOC's people, wasn't getting responses, even asking them, can you tweet out the link to our website? Can you tweet out, when we're protesting outside Bezos has mentioned, like, not heavy lifting here, nothing. So that is, you could cite security concerns or scheduling conflicts. There's not much you could say that's credible in terms of why you wouldn't use your digital army, 13 million followers, just to boost this group. Also, she did go out to Buffalo for the Starbucks workers there before they were successful. She should have. She went to Columbia for the student strikes there. Neither of those are in her district because that's one of the reasons. So it seems to me, I don't know why this one she wouldn't. Maybe it was just political calculation. They're going to lose, so why bother? But yeah, I think it's pretty sad commentary on her. It's fine to be happy about it now, but that's Johnny-come-lately politics. We elected you. People knocked on doors for you. People made phone calls for you. People gave money for you because you depicted yourself that you would be out there with the grassroots when it counts, win, lose, or draw. So obviously they were successful without her. And it's also, by the way, yeah, she's getting the grief and she should. Jamal Bowman didn't do anything. He's a New York congressman. Mondaire Jones didn't do anything. He's a New York congressman. Naturally, Chuck Schumer, Kirsten Gillibrand didn't do anything, but now they're tweeting. So it was pretty much silence of the political lambs. And it's a testament to Christian and the organizers that they were successful, but they could have won by even more. Let me tell you, a lot of those people who are in that warehouse who aren't really into politics, they know AOC. So if AOC would have tweeted something, if AOC would have done a TikTok, things like that, that could have helped them win by an even larger margin. So yeah, I think it's a big L on her part. I've never got into Fraud Squad or this and that, but I don't really understand who's advising her these days because, one of her tweets in response to this was, we've called for hearings of oversight, this and that. That's great, but that's politics. And that's not going to get that far because we live in the United Corporations of America. So the things that she is stating make me think she thinks it's more effective trying things like calling for hearings and things like that. You should be doing both, not doing this. So I don't really understand there is no credible reason why she wasn't at least posting on social media in support.
Yeah,
that's a great point.
Well, that bothered me. But actually what bothered me even more was her response to Krystal. And had she not responded that way, I don't think I would have been as annoyed about the whole thing. But basically, for anyone who doesn't know, Krystal made some comment along the lines of, yeah, Johnny come lately. Thanks. Welcome to the party. Where have you been? They couldn't count on you. And Alex's response was that warehouse is not in her district. See, that is the problem. That to me speaks volumes. That is up there with the present vote. That is her just completely not having any responsibility for anything. Because I'm sorry, a lot of the people in that warehouse live in her district. So whether or not that district is, or warehouse is in her district, is irrelevant. And the fact that that was her response, that pissed me off even more. Just saying.
And it doesn't make sense. Buffalo is far from her district.
Exactly.
She went there. So yeah.
How much of an impact do you think Pelosi and you have others like the gentleman who's trying to become the next speaker, who's based in New York? His name
I wouldn't call him a gentleman, but yeah.
Yeah,
Hakeem Jeffries.
Hakeem Jeffries. How much of a role do you think the Democratic Party as an infrastructural, party as it stands right now plays a role in whether or not any of these representatives kind of step out of line? Because the truth is, even in the Democratic Party, in terms of the progressive movement, there's probably only about 15 representatives, maybe 20 at most, that are not taking corporate special interest money. And then you have another 200 plus that are. So, and a lot of them take money from Amazon. So I'm thinking there is definitely a conflict of interest here in terms of, don't make a big deal about this. You're going to hurt our party's chances in the midterms. You're going to make us look bad, blah, 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 blah. And I have to hear that every day.
It's worse than that. You wonder why Pelosi's quiet? Look at her stock portfolio. Her husband and her have purchased, I think, $3 to $4 million in Amazon stocks and made nearly 30 million between Amazon, Facebook, and other tech platforms. So they don't want to cheerlead this because it hurts their bottom line if Amazon gets unionized. There's also the factor of, politicians, some of them give like the checkbox, like let me tweet out rah rah. But I think it's also kind of like they don't want to go too far with actually doing anything more than a tweet, because wait a minute, if we could unionize at Amazon, then politicians actually doing anything. What they should be doing is taking this victory and doubling down on the PRO Act, and Biden through some means, standalone bill or something like that, at least bringing it to the floor, pushing it in the Senate. They're not going to do that because I think, just like the student loan cancellation, they know politically that is a winner that could actually save them in the midterms, but they don't want to do it because if you start canceling student debt, then these organizers who would have successfully got that done, then they move to free public college. Then they move to, wait, if we could do this, why can't we do Medicare for all? They don't want to give victories even to the people, even if it would be politically beneficial for them, because safeguarding the system of corruption is more important.
Thanks for watching. If you want to support our mission to transform politics into service, please like this video, subscribe, follow us on social media, and consider joining our Patreon, where you'll get early access to our interviews as well as other exclusive content. Links are in the description. Peace out.